The bilateral relations between Nigeria and Canada has continued to grow stronger with increasing trade opportunities. In 2018, Nigeria became Canada's second largest bilateral merchandise trading partner in sub-Saharan Africa, with reciprocal merchandise totaling $948 million. The state visit to Nigeria in October 2018 by Her Excellency, the Right Honourable Julie Payette, the Governor-General of Canada, was in furtherance of the healthy bilateral rapport to explore more opportunities between both countries. The Canadian delegation was received on arrival by some ministers of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, led by the Minister of Foreign Affairs, Geoffrey Onyama. The delegation proceeded to the presidential villa to meet President Muhammadu Buhari and other Nigerian and Canadian diplomats and government officials.
Sonny, move out there.
How do you do? Very good. Very good. It's okay, it's okay. Thank you, sir. Very good to see you. Very good to see
Last year, Lake Chad was only 10% of what it used to be. 10%. And the consequences of climate change, people beside the Sahara Desert and the Mediterranean and go zero.
My sincere thanks to you, President Buhari, for welcoming our delegation here to beautiful Nigeria. I am blessed to be accompanied by eminent Canadians. We hope to have very fruitful discussion, and we already started this morning when we visited the African University in Science and Technology, which is right here in Abuja. Nigerians are very generous with their time and with their heart. And we know that for a fact in Canada because we have such an impressive Nigerian-Canadian diaspora. Nigeria is home to incredibly deep and varied history and tradition. Nigeria is an important regional power, the most populous country in Africa, the largest economy, an influential center of arts and culture, dance, literature, folklore, music, and film. Our two countries have been friends and partners for decades, and we would like to continue in that fashion. We have many common interests in matters as diverse as education, innovation, trade, culture, and sports. We are not the powerhouse in soccer that you are, but in hockey, I think we have better grounds than you do. At the heart of our relationship, Mr. President, are the ties between our two people, and they are on the rise, with more than 10,000 Nigerian students studying currently in Canada, the most of any sub-Saharan African country. We also have this diaspora I mentioned, and in our delegation we have the blessing of having a professor of law at the University of Ottawa who is from Nigerian origin. I am very pleased also that during this visit, one of our priorities will be to meet and celebrate the vibrant youth of Nigeria. Our visit is really focused on 3 themes and sectors for which Nigeria is already very rich. It's young people, its innovative spirit, and the use of technology for advancing its prosperity and making sure that its richness and growth are for everyone. Of course, this afternoon, we are also very much looking forward to visit the National Space Research and Development Agency, Nigeria Space Agency, and to highlight the ways in which science and technology and innovation can help monitor what's happening underground and improve our lives. You may or may not know, but before becoming Governor General of Canada, I served my country on board spaceship as an astronaut. The number of Canadian companies doing business here have grown significantly in recent years, and we really hope that this delegation will foster even more trading and commerce between our 2 countries. As you mentioned, Mr. President, this morning, in your words, development assistance is another sphere of cooperation that we take much to heart in Canada. Our contribution to support the health and rights of those most in need, with a focus on women and girls, is something that is dear to the Canadian people. We're also working together to strengthen the ability to respond to outbreaks of disease, improve primary health care delivery, and increase business opportunity for all. Clearly, security and stability in Nigeria are vital for this entire region, and Canada is committed to cooperate and work together with Nigeria on this front as well.
Call it a big moment for the Nigerian government, and you won't be wrong. Shortly after the visit of the Governor General, the first Nigeria-Canada Investment Summit took place at the Shehu Musa Yar'Adua Center in Abuja, the Federal Capital Territory. The summit attracted a critical mass of Canadian investors, members of the Nigerian private sector, and government officials.
This country is extremely viable. It's a fertile land for investment, and I don't think the Canadians understand it well enough. And I've gone all over the country to different cities trying to sell the country, but I realize that until they come here themselves and see for themselves, they may not quite understand what we have to offer. So if you listen to what Monica Rovers had to say yesterday, Canadian, she said that when she came here, she came to appreciate the warmth, the hospitality, and the general knowledge that our people have. I'm listening to the speaker that spoke yesterday, the VP and the Minister for Industry and Trade, and all the other people that took part, the NIPC CEO. I mean, the Canadians clearly came away with a better understanding. And what this means is that they can go back to their country and begin to spread the word.
There are a wealth of opportunities here in Nigeria. There is such a diverse range of resources that they have here with the people, the natural resources, and the variety in the country itself.
We see an opportunity in Nigeria that investors could tap into. And we have done our research, and we've seen that one of the areas we can go into is agri-processing.
Like in aviation, all of those things that we say we will do, the entire roadmap itself is private sector led and driven. Because government no longer have money to invest, and truly, as the saying goes, government has no business in business. I mean, they should continue to provide the enabling environment and turn out the policies that will make people to invest and create wealth.